I think last year, obviously, was a season for the most part that we were very pleased with. I think it was one of our most consistent years that we've actually ever had. We went the entire season without having to count a fall during any of the meets, and that's very unusual and something that we were very pleased with the team. This year, obviously, a complete different team. We're a little bit young, a little bit inexperienced, and so going into the weekend, we had a lot of people who either have not competed at all or are adding events in, so we were probably about as uncertain as we could have been going into this weekend as far as what we were going to get. What we saw from this group was we saw a team that really competed very well together. They've trained very hard in camp training, they've put a lot of time in, and really we've had people step up in every class who have added new routines, they've added new tricks to their routines, and I think we saw that really pay off well for us this weekend, going out to Southeast Missouri and hitting 23 out of 24 routines, which any time of the year is great, but to do it at the beginning of the year is really a phenomenal effort on their job. You know, obviously when you talk about our team, you have to start with Marie Case. She's two-time defending MAC Gymnast of the Year. She has been probably the most consistent performer that we've ever had here at Kent State. She's that type of individual who, when she goes out to do a routine, everyone looks to her to set the example.
I try really to, lead by example. So if I can go out and hit all my routines, hold myself to a higher expectation, I want every single other person on the team to be able to do that. If I can do that, there's no reason why any other teammate can't do that. I like to try to get to know everyone on the team and try to be personal with each of them, because I know that's something that they would appreciate, and I would have appreciated that a lot, like my freshman year. So if I can go out and be personal, but also at the same time being that tougher teammate that's going to tell them how it is. And
Whitney Johnson is, she was our second best all-arounder last year. She's returning this year as a junior.
Team-wise, I think that our job is to just go out there and hit every meet to the best of our ability, and I think if we do that, we'll be really successful as a team, and we'll make it far just as long as we do what we know how to do. AMIAH
MIMS, another girl who's coming back, had a little bit of an off season last year as a sophomore. She has worked very hard this first semester and has really kind of regained what we saw from her freshman year, and she's someone that we're looking to make some huge improvements in our team right now for this year.
It's been a big mental challenge, actually. Just kind of, I don't know, I guess wrapping your head around, okay, I was just out for a little bit, and now like everyone's kind of waiting for you to come back and to help, put in your talent towards our goal. So it's always hard to, be injured and then come back and like be at the top of your game.
OLIVIA TROUT is a freshman for us who kind of really came in as a walk-on as well and has earned a scholarship as well. She did 2 events for us versus the Pittsburgh Blue and Gold meet, but has added a 3rd event this past weekend, and as a freshman went out there and really did a fantastic job. Finished first on 1 event by herself, tied for first on another event, and finished tied for 3rd on her 3rd event. So as a freshman, she performed fantastic that first meet.
Club was very quiet and controlled. College is more fun, and it's explosive, and throw your head back and have a good time and smile and dance hard and, like, just do what you know how to do, and it's not, I don't know, so strict.
I think our practices are very important. The girls know when we train, we have to train with an intensity in practice that every time they go up there to do a routine, they need to go up there with a meet mentality that they have to hit that routine. If they just go through the motions and they let themselves fall, or they're sloppy or they're lazy, then they're not preparing the right way for competition.
I think I've gained a lot of confidence in myself. It's something they really stress, is confidence in what you do, because you're not only accountable for yourself, but you're accountable for your teammates.
Consistency isn't so much physical. I feel like it's all up here. Like thinking the same thing before each routine, and like getting your I don't know, mind straight and you're like breathing the same and like just going through each routine and skill by skill and not like, you know, freaking out every time. Just kind of, I mean, that's me. I definitely take the more mental approach to being consistent.
I would say my consistency has changed a lot. I've grown mentally in how to control my skills, and I've learned how to like block out voices when I'm competing and listen to the voice in my head instead of everybody around me.
I mean, we're just expecting to go out, make the routines that we know how to do, and you know, do our best as much as we can at every single meet, do our job. And if, you know, we do that successfully, we hope to be, you know, MAC champions at the end of the year, then go on to regionals and hopefully on to nationals and give ourselves a chance for that.
We obviously expect to win the MAC every year, and it's not easy. The conference has really grown the last couple of years, and the teams have gotten to become so good and so evenly matched that you need to bring your best effort every time out.
It's really a privilege, especially to know that you could make a difference in something like that, that you're part of a team, but that you can't do it alone, that you need all 20 girls and 3 coaches on this team to make it successful, and then together that we can do that, and we're working really hard for that.
It's awesome to observe her and see how she prepares herself, and I watch her all throughout practice. So how she holds herself, I learn from her, and it's really cool to have somebody like that that I can look up to.
Oh my gosh. So I only have about 3.5 months left of gymnastics in my entire life. You know, if you're done with basketball, you can go play a pickup game. If you're done with cross country, you can go run still. Once I'm done in these like 3.5 months, I'm done. So I really try to make it a point to everyone on the team, like act like every single turn is your last turn, because in these next 3 months, I'll be done and I don't want to leave any regrets. So I go out, every single routine I do, like I'm competing like it's my last one, and it's a scary feeling. It's scary.